Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to come back and update you guys on Charloe's case, on Charloe's murder case, and some of the things that have been happening and transpiring behind the scenes. Now, the last video I did, a lot of you guys, I forgot that a lot of you guys that watch my live, you guys are in Liberia, and y'all want me to hurry up and get to it, right? Because your data running. So I apologize for that. So I want to update you guys on what's been happening. So as you come into the live, please share the video so that everyone is aware of what is happening so far with this case, okay? Because it kind of quiet down, but there are things happening. Okay, so for one, guys, this is the first thing on my agenda. The pastor for our family, our family pastor, guys. They threatened his life. His life has been threatened, guys. They broke into his home. They stole all his phones. They stole his TV. And the person who broke into his home, left this long knife, sending a message to him, okay, that his life is in danger. So I want the public to know that. I want the public to know that our pastor, the MUSU'S family's pastor, life has been threatened. His life has been threatened. His home was broken into. All of his phones were taken. A TV was also taken, and the person who broke into his home left a long knife. Guys, I'm saying these things because I want you all to be aware, and I want you all to decipher and put these pieces together as to, you know, why these things are happening. Okay, so another thing I want to tackle is Charloe's body, guys. They're not allowing us to see Charloe. The family has gathered. Everybody is together now. We're all in one place. We're looking to move forward, right? They're not talking to us, letting us know when we can see Charloe, when they're going to release the body to us. But however, they're putting stuff out there in the media. Please share the video as you come in. Please share the video. So they're not letting us see Charloe. I know a lot of you guys are just coming in. So the first thing I said was that our pastor, the family pastor, his life has been threatened. His life has been threatened, guys. So that's the first thing on my agenda today. His entire family has been threatened. Someone broke into his home, stole all of his phones, and left a long knife, leaving a message telling him, you know, he needs to be quiet, he needs to stop supporting us. They threatened his life. The second thing on my agenda is Charloe. They're not letting us see Charloe. They seized the body. Like I told you on my previous video, Charloe is currently, her body is at St. Moses. Now, this was not our choosing. This was not our choosing. They removed Charloe's body and took her to St. Moses. Okay? We, the family, did not do that. This was not our doing. Excuse me. They took her to St. Moses. As of now, they haven't told us anything. You know, it's crickets, it's quiet. They haven't told us anything concerning Charloe or, you know, moving forward. It was announced they're going to do an autopsy. Have they done the autopsy? We don't know. No one has spoken to us. No one, you know, said anything to us. No consent whatsoever. Okay? Now, another thing that you guys don't know about this case, I want y'all to understand the kind of cases that my mother was and is working on for the Liberian people, and why her life was and is at risk. And most people don't know this, but a few years back, guys, in Liberia, you guys were having problem with your cell phone and your data. I don't know if y'all can remember, right? Y'all were having problem accessing your data. Y'all were having problem getting onto social media, your phones were being jammed. I don't know if you guys can remember. Somebody comment below. A few years ago. Okay, let me give you the backstory to that. So, and you guys can read this article. I'll try to put it, if I can remember, I will put the link of the article in my live. So this is the case that my mom was working on. So it's no secret that my mom has been a Unity Party partisan since Gigi Rabo time. That's her party, right? So she's working with Unity Party. Whenever they have cases, she's their lawyer. She's one of their lawyers, okay? They have a team of lawyers. She's one of their lawyers. She's also working with Senator Yongli Kanga Lawrence. She's her lawyer, okay? And there's an ongoing case between Senator Yongli Kanga Lawrence and Mr. Musa Bilite. She's also a lawyer for Senator Yongli, okay? She's one of the team of lawyers. Those are the cases that she's working on. Now, there's this major case too. They just won the case that my mom was also a part of between Lone Star Cell MTM and Orange, Liberia. A few years back, somebody hacked into the system, guys, and were jamming the entire country. Every single Liberian was affected. I don't know if you guys can remember. Every single Liberian was affected. Your data, everything, they were stealing it, jamming it, left and right. You had no access to social media, nothing. All right, this is the article, okay? So, and this is the case that my mom was working on. She's a part of, okay? In UK, the case happened in UK, in the United Kingdom, in London. Okay, so 2 years ago, an English national by the name of Daniel K., then aged 30, admitted in London to court carrying out these DDoS attacks, okay? Hacking, cyber attacks. And evidence was gathered during this trial of exchanges between him and the management of one of the defendants instructing him to carry out these actions. Somebody paid him to hack Lone Star Cell and to be able to, you know, steal you guys' data or whatever, cause damages, okay? Somebody, 1 second. Okay. He was subsequently found guilty of orchestrating the massive cyber attack against Lone Star Cell, MTM, and was sentenced to 32 months in prison after pleading guilty to computer misuse and criminal property possession from the late 2016 to 2017. So from 2016 to 2017. The court heard that the self-taught hacker, the hacker was paid $30,000 US dollars or 26,000 euros by a rival to disrupt the system of mobile phone company Lone Star, Liberia's biggest internet provider. Liberia's biggest internet provider. Okay, so the now 32-year-old remains at heart of a major international investigation into hundreds of acts of cyber sabotage around the world. The National Crime Agency says K is perhaps the most significant cyber criminal yet caught in the UK. All right, so let me go back. Let me go back to this article. The article is titled Lone Star Cell MTM Sues Orange for Cyber Attack. Okay? This article is from the Daily Observer. I will put the link in the comments, okay? The article is titled Lone Star Cell MTM Sues Orange for Cyber Attack. This case was tried in London. This is the case that my mother was a part of. This is millions of dollars, guys, that was on trial here, okay, for the cyber attack that was against Lone Star, okay, and Lone Star sued Orange, just to give you a understanding, a gist of it, okay. So Lone Star Cell MTM, one of the two mobile phone companies operating in Liberia, sued its rival Orange in a British court for damages caused by massive cyber attacks experienced on its network from 2015 to 2017. Do you guys remember you were having trouble with your phones in Liberia? That's what was happening, okay? And this is one of the cases that my mom was working on. I don't know if you go through my photos, there's photos of me and her in London. She was working on that case, guys. So think for yourself. Think for yourself, okay? Piece this together. Piece it together. All right. So, let's see. Liberia and Liberians were cut off from bank transactions. Farmers could not check their crop prices. Students could not do any work or research online during these attacks. And they were ongoing for several years, okay? Now, let me tell you the amount of money that was involved in this case. I will post the article so that you guys can read it. Let's see. And this was millions of dollars that was rewarded. Lone Star won the case, okay? The firm from London contacted my mother and had her come on as an expert witness because she's an expert in Liberian law. So they won the case, guys. When they won the case, the attack happened on my mother. When they won this case, the attack happened on my mother. I want you guys to think. I'm sharing this information with you. A lot of people do not know this. I have pictures with me and my mom in London. When they won this case, okay, Lone Star won this case for millions of dollars against Orange. Please go and do your research. Who owns Orange? Who is Orange affiliated with? When they won this case in London, guys, for millions of dollars, Lone Star won their case. This was one of the cases that my mother was working on. She was an expert witness in the case because she knows she's an expert in Liberian law. When they won this case, when Lone Star won their case against Orange for the hack that was done on the entire country, not just on Lone Star, because Lone Star is one of the #1 data companies, cell phone companies in Liberia. When they hacked their phones, guys, it affected millions of Liberians, the entire country. So Lone Star sued Orange for the cyber attack on them, for causing them damages to their business, right? The case took place in London, UK. They just won the case. They just won the case. They just won the case. Lone Star was awarded millions of dollars. They just won the case. Go and check who owns Orange. My mother was one of the lawyers, the expert witness. They hired her because she's an expert in Liberian law. That's one of the cases she was working on. Lone Star won their case against Orange in London. The hacker went to jail. The hacker went to jail. When they won the case, guys, the attack happened on my mother. My mother is also working on Senator Yombli Kanga's case against MUSU'S. She's one of the team of lawyers. She's also one of the lawyers for Unity Party. It's no secret, she's a Unity Party sent. She's been a part of Unity Party since Jijirawatan. I want to share this with you guys so that you guys can have an understanding of some of these things that are happening. Our family pastor, guys, his home was attacked. His home was attacked. They took all his phones. They took all his phones. They took all his phones and they left a long knife. They left a knife there to send a message to him that his life is in danger. Charloe, they're refusing to give us Charloe's body. So those are just some of the things that we're going through right now. I know you guys might think that it's quiet and things are, no, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. And you guys need to be aware of some of the cases that she was working on. When my mom, they brought her on to that case as an expert in Liberian law, right? Because the case was tried in London, in UK. They hired her to come on to the case, guys. When my mom came onto the case, they won the case. Lone Star won the case against Orange for hacking into their system and causing major damage to their business and to the Liberian people. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember you were having problems with your phone? Do you guys remember? They won the case. Lone Star won the case against Orange. Lone Star won the case against Orange. That was one of the cases my mom was involved in. Right after that, guys, I was in London with my mother in December. February, the attacks happened on my mother's house. I want you guys to know these things. I want the public to be aware. December, I was in London. December, I was in London. February, the attacks happened on my mother's house. They killed Charloe. Multiple attacks on her house. Those are the cases she was working on. That's a major case. Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that. And that's why I come on and I do these lives. So please share the live. Please share the live. December, guys, we were in London for the case between Lone Star Cell, MTN, versus Lone Star sued Orange for the cyber attack on their business and on the Liberian people. Okay, the case was tried in London. The case was tried in UK. My mom was brought onto the case as an expert witness on Liberian law. When they brought my mom onto the case, we were in London in December, guys. They have been working on this case, but we were in London in December. Excuse me. In December of 2022, just a few months ago, December, in February, they started attacking her house. They started attacking her house. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know she was one of the lawyers on that case? Working for the Liberian people. Working for the Liberian people. All cell phones. If you had a Lone Star cell phone, your phone was hacked. All Liberians, as long as you had a Lone Star cell phone, you were affected. You were affected. You were affected. But they won the case, guys. They won the case. That's how brilliant of a lawyer my mom. She's one of the best, past and present, to ever do Liberian law. She's the best. The best. She helped Lone Star win that case. Lone Star won. We were just in London in December, guys. In December. In February, the attacks started. On this case, Lone Star Cell sues Orange for cyber attack. Guys, please. This is simple Google. This is on Google. This is a simple Google search. Go do it right now. Lone Star Cell sues Orange for cyber attack. They just won the case. They just won the case. Okay? It's going to cost Orange millions of dollars. they caught the hacker. He's in jail in London, in UK. Go through my photos. We were just in London in December. In February 8th, they started attacking my mother's house. Most people don't know that she was an expert witness lawyer on that case. And she helped Lone Star win their case against Orange for the cyber attacks. So, I mean, that's just some of the cases that she was working on. She's also working with Senator Youngbley also against the case against Mr. MUSU'S. She's also one of the teams of lawyers for the Unity Party. December, we were in London, guys. January, February, March. February 8th was the first attack on her house. They came back. They came back for the second one. The third one, they were able to enter into the sleeping quarters. My mom is a phenomenal lawyer. My mom is a phenomenal lawyer. She's a beast when it comes to law. Like, you don't play with her. Any case she gets on, she's stepping on it. Like, her mind is brilliant when it comes to law. She's the best. She helped Lone Star win the case against Orange for the cyber attack on Liberia and Liberians. Fighting for her people. In December, we were in London for this case, guys. February 8th was the first attack on her house. February 8th. Please share the video. Please share. Please share the video. February 8th was the first attack on her house. She's also working on a high-profile case for Senator Youngbley. Is this the society we want to live in? You guys want to kill all the brilliant minds in Liberia? Y'all want to kill all the brilliant minds in Liberia? Those are some of the cases she was working on. Lone Star was successful in winning this case, okay, against Orange. It's going to cost Orange millions of dollars that they have to pay for the damages caused to Lone Star on their business and against the Liberian people. I will put the link. This is a simple Google search, guys. It's because nobody reads. So I have to do these videos because nobody's going to read. Most people don't like reading, first and foremost. Most Liberians don't read, you know, they listen to the radio and they just, I mean, that's the environment, that's the culture. So I have to do these videos and share this with you guys. Those are some of the cases that she was working on. December, we were in London. February, I haven't put it in the, I didn't put the link there, but the title of the article is called Lone Star Cell MTM Sues Orange for Cyber Attack. Lone Star Cell MTM Sues Orange for Cyber Attack. Yeah, so the case was tried in London. They caught the hacker, and it's a British person. It's a British guy that did the hacking. They caught him, and the case was tried in London. The case was tried in London. In December, we all went to London. We met my mom in London. February 8th was the first attack on her house. She helped Lone Star win this case. She's a brilliant lawyer. She's a brilliant lawyer, the best. If you ever have a case and you bring her on, you're gonna win. She's brilliant. So That's it, guys. And we're begging the police. We are grieving, man. Oh, we need them to not withhold Charloe from us. We need them to not withhold Charloe from us. We need them to not withhold Charloe from us. We need them. We're begging them. Y'all, please don't withhold Charloe from us. We need them not to withhold Charloe from us. They have refused for us to see Charloe. Everything is at a standstill, guys. Everything is at a standstill. They have refused for us to see Charloe. They are not telling us anything concerning Charloe. The entire family has gathered together, guys. The entire family has gathered together. They are not giving us any communication whatsoever concerning Charloe. None. None. When our family pastor comes out to talk, they threaten his life. Someone breaks into his house, steals his phone, and leaves a long knife in his house. What? This is a nightmare. A total nightmare. I wish I could wake up from this. Our pastor, the family pastor's life has been threatened. They break into his house, take all forms of communication from him, and leaves a long knife. What is this? 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 What is this, guys? Y'all please help me understand this. What is this evil? Y'all put a word to it, define this for me. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this thing? Somebody pinch me and wake me up. Pinch me. What is this thing? Our family pastor, guys, home was broken into. All forms of communication was stolen. And the person left a long knife. Oh my God. What is this, guys? What is this? What is this? Why haven't the police caught this guy? Or whoever it was, or them? Thank you, Bill. Very much so. Very much so. Another thing I want to speak on, guys. When Charloe was killed, when my mom's home was broken into, and we moved to our other house, there was a lot of people coming around sympathizing with the family. It was chaotic, but it was also good, and we appreciate it, guys. There was a lot of people in the yard 24/7. There was this one lady that was in the yard, guys. There was this strange lady that kept coming back, One day, my mom and her sister, my aunt, they're talking, they're in their room, and this person comes into the room. We don't know her. We don't know her. We don't know her. But people are sympathizing with us, right? We can't tell them, oh, we're not driving people away. They're here to sympathize with you. We're not driving them away. We appreciate the love and support. We need it right now. We do. But this woman was a spy, guys, sent to gather information from the family. What is this? We are grieving. We're begging the police to help us find the assailant, the killer or killers. What kind of thing is this? What kind of thing is this? She hasn't been back since we discovered her. She hasn't been back since we discovered her. So that bad my mom do to be loyal, to fight, to know the law like the back of her hand? That bad she do to work on this case with Lone Star Cell? That bad she do to fight for the Liberian people? What is this? Y'all gonna kill all the brilliant people in Liberia? You think it's not gonna come back and affect you? Y'all think Liberia's gonna go anywhere? If y'all kill all your brilliant people? I don't know how y'all cannot see that it's self-destructive. I don't know how you can't see that. I don't know how you cannot see that if you kill all the brilliant minds in Liberia, Liberia will never go nowhere. I don't know how y'all can see that you are shooting your own self in the foot. I don't know how y'all can see that. I don't, sometimes when people are trolling in the videos and talking stuff, you know, most of the time I'm busy anyway, but sometimes I read it and I laugh, or when my gribble blood get in me and you will rock it, we'll go toe to toe. But most of the time I see y'all talking shit in there, on the videos, commenting, and some of y'all can't even find food to eat. I actually feel bad for you. I actually feel bad for you. I don't even take it personal. I don't take it personal because I wish Liberia was different. I wish more people could have a stable job and take care of themselves and their family. I actually do feel bad. I don't even take it personal when they're trolling in my videos because they have nothing better else to do. I actually do. I love my country. That's where I'm going to retire and die. That's where I was born. That's where my navel string was buried. That is my country. That is my country. I love Liberia. So guys, this is where we are. You know, this is where we are. Please go and read the article, okay? It's an interesting read. And I'm speaking on it because people don't know about it, but they should know. And they should understand why some of these things are happening, okay? They should understand why some of these things are happening. Yeah, there was a cyber attack done on the entire country. All of Liberia was affected, okay? Orange hired a hacker and hacked Lone Star Cell, caused them major damage, financial damage, guys, to Lone Star Cell and to the Liberian people. Everybody who has a Lone Star Cell was affected. Everybody. The hacker was caught. The case, he's a British guy. He was caught and he was sentenced. Okay, he was caught. So Lone Star Cell sues Orange for the damages that was done to them. They sued them. They sued Orange. for the cyber attack. Please go and see who owns Orange. It's a simple Google search. Simple Google search. That's the case that my mom was working on in London. In December, we go to London. February 8th was the first attack on my mother's house. February 8th. February 8th. Go. Lone Star Cell MTM sues Orange for cyber attack. I mean, Charles, I know, but I mean, it's sad, you know, it's sad. Yeah, go and read that article, guys. Just Google Lone Star Cell sues Orange for cyber attack. Just Google. It's a simple Google search. Just Google. That's one of the cases that my mom was working on. December, guys. December, we were in London. The pictures are there. I posted pictures with me and my mom in London. There's even a video of me and her sitting at a coffee shop in London. December, guys. This was one of the cases she was working on. Lone Star Cell MTM sues Orange for cyber attack. For cyber attack. Okay? And guys, these are huge, mega businesses. Okay? This is not hundreds of thousands. This is millions of dollars that Lone Star sue Orange for. I'm not talking 2, 3, 4, 500,000. I'm not talking 1 million, 2 million. Millions of dollars. I'm not talking Liberian dollar. That's what Lone Star Cell sued Orange for the cyber attack that was done on them. All of you guys, if you're in Liberia, you was affected. If you are in Liberia and you have a cell phone, your phone was hacked. So Lone Star sued Orange for the cyber attack for causing them millions of dollars of damages done to their business. That was the case that my mom was helping with. In December, we went to London for this case, guys. Okay, my mom went to London for the case. I met my mom in London. December. And I said, December, few months ago, we in what? This is March, January, February 8th was the first attack on her home. Okay? That was one of the cases she was working. They won the case. The case was just won. Lone Star, my mom helped Lone Star win the case. They just won the case. Go and do a simple Google search. She's also working with with Senator Yumbli on her case against MUSU'S. She's also one of the lawyers for Unity Party. So guys, those are some of the things I want to share with you all. You know, most people don't read. Most people don't like to read. Most people are busy, you know, with their lives. They're not going to sit down and read an article. So I do these videos so I can draw awareness and bring this to your attention. That's what is happening in the background that most people don't know about. Right now, we want to be able to see Charloe. We want to move forward with the burial process. They've taken Charloe's body or seized it, or, you know, we don't have access. There's no communication whatsoever. None. There's no communication. When our pastor, the family pastor, speaks out against these things being done to the family, he gets attacked. All of his phones are taken. All forms of communications are stolen from him, and the person leaves a long knife to threaten his life and his family. I want you guys to know these things. Most people do not know. I am sharing it with you. Go and look at my pictures. I just posted a video. Me and my mother, my entire family, we all went to London and we spent the holidays in London for this case. That's why she was in London, for this case. It's all over. It's a simple Google search. It's all over the internet. I just posted a video. I'm sitting next to her. You know, it's a coffee. It's like a tea or coffee shop or cafe. You know, just December, guys. Not even what? It hasn't even been like good 3-4 months. She helped them win the case. She helped them win the case. She returns to Liberia, February 8th. They start attacking her home. Multiple times. She helps Lone Star win the case against Orange. Orange hacked Lone Star. Every single cell phone in Liberia was affected. They were jamming it. It caused millions of dollars of damage. They caught the hacker. The hacker is a British guy. And the case was tried in London. And they just won the case, guys. Probably maybe a few weeks ago, the judgment was rendered. Now Orange has to pay millions of dollars back to Lone Star. I'm not saying 200, 300,000. This is a huge case. Every single Liberian the entire country, guys, was hacked. The entire country was hacked. And it went on for a few years. The damages went on for a few years. That was one of the cases my mom was working on, guys. December. February, she comes back, her home is broken into. Another case she was working on, and she is working on, is with Senator Yombly Kanga Lawrence against MUSU'S. She's also on the team of lawyers for Unity Party. Nobody should lose their life because they're good at their job, because they're great at their job. You remember the hack, right, Paul? Yeah, you remember the hack. Yeah. That's the case she was working on. Go and look. I have pictures with my mom. I'm in a purple dress. That was in London. I was just with my mother in London. Lone Star Cell sues Orange for cyber attack. Every single Liberian was affected. The entire country, guys. It cost financial damages to Lone Star in the millions of dollars. Lone Star sues Orange for the cyber attack, for the damages done to their business. Please go and Google who owns Orange and their affiliations. February, they start attacking her house, guys. February. You know, we want this nightmare to come to an end. We want to give Charloe a queen's burial. We want this nightmare to come to an end. And we want to be able to give Charloe a queen's burial. Right now, they're not letting us see Charloe. They're not communicating anything with us. They're not communicating anything with us. They're refusing for us to even see her. Yeah. When our pastor, the family pastor, speaks out about these wrongdoings against the family, his house is broken into. and the person leaves a long knife as a warning. They threaten his life. People are coming to sympathize with us. One strange woman starts coming around. Yeah, the case was won, Paul. They concluded the case a few weeks ago. The case was concluded a few weeks ago. Lone Star won the case against Orange for the cyber attack and the damages caused against Lone Star and the Liberian people. Orange now has to pay Lone Star millions of dollars for the damages caused. The case was won. The case was won. But we just want to bury Charloe in peace, because the family has gathered together and we want to know what's happening with Charloe. What's happening with Charloe? They refuse to communicate with us concerning Charloe. They refuse to communicate with us. They took Charloe to St. Moses. This was not our choosing. They took Charloe to St. Moses. This is not something that we chose. They took Charloe to St. Moses. They took Charloe to St. Moses. There's no communication. When our pastor goes to speak out, his life is threatened. They steal all forms of communication from him. Guys, I don't know you guys are seeing the pattern in this case. When they attacked my mother's house, what did they do? What did they steal? Her phones, her laptops, they steal documents. What did I just say happened to our pastor, the family pastor? They steal his phones, all forms of communication from him. They leave the long knife. How was Charloe killed? With a knife. The cases that my mother is working on, she's working with Senator Yombly, okay, against Mr. Musa Billeton. She also worked on the case with Lone Star Cell. Lone Star Cell sues Orange for the cyber attack on Liberia. So put those things together. You guys are smart. Put them together. Put them together. The case was just won. Lone Star won the case against Orange. A strange woman starts coming around as everybody is sympathizing with the family and coming around, you know, and supporting us emotionally. This strange woman comes into our midst, guys, and starts like, she's eavesdropping, she's behaving like she's helpful, but she was planted there, you know. People are coming to sympathize with us. We're not gonna drive anyone away. We appreciate the love and support. We need it. We appreciate it. But since we've picked up on her behavior, guys, she has not returned. She disappeared. But we pray that this nightmare comes to an end. We can bury Charloe in peace. And, you know, we can heal as a family. I don't know if we ever will, but that's my prayer. That's my prayer. That's my prayer. That's my prayer. And I also pray for Liberia. I also pray for, it is heartbreaking to see our people in this state. It really is. A grown man or woman begging somebody else for their daily bread. That's no way for nobody to live, y'all. That's no way for nobody to live. That's no way for nobody to live. That's no way for nobody to live. Every human being deserves their dignity. From the person that's sweeping the floor to the king, every human being deserves their dignity. Every human being deserves their dignity. I pray that God bless us with leaders that can help the country move forward. That's my prayer. That's my prayer. That's my prayer, y'all. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, okay? Yeah. Please share the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I see all of you guys' comments. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. God bless each and every one of you. You know, God bless each and every one of you. Bless your family. God bless each and every one of you. I pray for a Liberia where people can earn their own money and take care of themselves and their family, and they don't have to be following people and calling them boss, yes, or chief, and people manipulating them because they cannot earn their own living. People manipulating them because they have nothing. Thank you guys so much. Okay? Thank you.